Welcome to all. Today's session is liver cirrhosis. In this section, we will discuss definition, symptoms, causes, complications, and dietary management like dietary guidelines, foods to be avoided, and foods to be included. Let's move on to liver cirrhosis. Liver cirrhosis is the final stage of liver injury and degeneration. Cirrhosis also refers to all forms of chronic diffuse liver disease characterized by significant loss of functional liver cells, that is called as necrosis. Nodular regeneration of new tissues that liver functioning by interfering with blood flow due to distortion of vascular bed. Chronic hepatitis can progress to liver cirrhosis. This is difference between normal liver and cirrhosis of the liver. In cirrhosis condition, fibrous septa, fatty cells, necrosis, that is dead cells are there. Cirrhosis is a complication of many liver diseases that is characterized by abnormal structure and function of the liver. In this condition, the liver cells get inflamed, fibrous septa get developed, and the liver cells die, and finally the nodules develop, which lead to obstructions and liver failure. Dying liver cells causes scar tissues to form. These are shown in previous slide. Normal liver having 100% of functioning capacity. In fatty liver, 75 to 80% of functioning capacity. Liver fibrosis, 20 to 30% of functioning capacity. But cirrhosis, only 2 to 7% of functioning capacity there. Next, coming to symptoms. Gastrointestinal disturbances, anorexia, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and distension. It leads to electrolyte and fluid imbalance and weight loss and muscle wasting. Next one is abnormal serum amino acid levels. Next one is fatty infiltration, itchy skin, and yellow discoloration in the skin and eyes. These are seen in severe jaundice. Fluid accumulation in abdomen, that is called as ascites. Spider-like blood vessels on the skin. Spider-like blood vessels is nothing but cluster of blood vessels on the skin. Redness in the palms of the hands. Confusion, drowsiness, and slurred speech, which is the previous stage of hepatic encephalopathy. Osteomalacia and osteoporosis, high drug sensitivity, chronic inflammation of liver, and necrosis. These are the symptoms of cirrhosis. Next, move on to causes of liver cirrhosis. Hepatitis C, violation of the outflow of bile. Violation is nothing but violating. Next one is drinking alcohol. Next one is long-term use of hepatotoxic drugs. Next one is insufficient blood circulation in the liver. Next one is metabolic disorders. Next one is prolonged venous stasis in the liver. Venous stasis is nothing but slow flow of blood in liver cells. Next, move on to complications. Ascites, accumulation of water or fluid in the abdomen, that is called ascites. Upper gastrointestinal bleeding and hepatic coma or hepatic encephalopathy. Coming to dietary management, principles of diet: high carbohydrate, moderate protein, low fat, normal vitamins and minerals should be recommended. Nutrients for cirrhosis: energy 2000 to 3000 kilocalories, carbohydrates 300 to 400 grams, protein 0.8 to 1 gram per kg body weight, Fat 25% of total kilocalories. Vitamins and minerals, vitamin B and C, folic acid, calcium, magnesium and zinc should be recommended. Dietary guidelines. The diet needs to progression from liquid, soft to normal diet depending on the patient conditions like acute stage and recovery stage. High calorie and protein beverages are useful in between meals. In case of complications of encephalopathy, that is hepatic coma, the low protein diet needs to be recommended. Energy. The caloric intake advised for adults is 35 to 40 kilocalorie per kg ideal body weight or as per the requirement to maintain a desirable body weight. Carbohydrates. Liberal intake of carbohydrate is advised to prevent protein sparing action, that is prevent endogenous breakdown of protein. Increase the glycogen intrahepatic stores to improve the functioning and protect the liver against infectious agent. Proteins. Moderate protein intake 1 gram per kg dry weight to prevent the nitrogen balance which may lead to hypoproteinemia. Protein intake is restricted if there is impending coma, that is 0.5 gram per kg body weight is advisable. If there is ascites, 1.5 gram is advisable. Fat should be restricted if there is steatorrhea or fatty infiltration. MCT is advisable for MCT is nothing but medium chain triglycerides. They are easily digestible and assimilable. Vitamins. Supplementation of B complex and vitamin C to meet the normal requirements. Minerals. Calcium, magnesium and zinc are the important as serum levels tend to decrease. Sodium restriction is required only if there is fluid retention. Potassium supplements are necessary with diuretic therapy. Iron is needed only if there is anemia. Otherwise, normal requirement is enough. Foods to be avoided: whole pulses and beans, red meat, high fat organ meats, chicken and egg, fried foods, butter, nuts and oil seeds, dry fruits, spices and condiments, pepper, chutney and pickles, strong tea and coffee, and alcoholic beverages to be avoided. Foods to be given: cereals like porridge, bread or chapati of wheat, rice, suji, maize, jovo, bajra, ragi. Milk and milk product should be advisable. Soups, vegetable salad, vegetables cooked like potato, sweet potato, yam should be advisable. Fruits, fruit juices, sugar cane, honey, jam, jellies, other sugar concentrates should be recommended. Biscuits, desserts, as light custard or ice creams and beverages, and liberal intake of water in the form of glucose water should be advisable. Thank you.